Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Portal. Today, we want to talk about the movie Purple Rain, which premiered July 27th, 1984. Now, the reason we're discussing Purple Rain is because, of course, last week they brought it back to the movie theaters for one night only in the Dolby surround sound room. So you got to experience the movie all a new time at the movie theaters, which I thought was fantastic. So when this movie first aired, I was 13 years old and not old enough to go see it at the movie theaters. But I did see it, and I thought it was a great movie. And of course, I never let my kids watch it because I thought it was just too much for them. But of course, they're old enough now. My oldest daughter is 29, so she went with us, and then she complained afterwards, like she could have saw that. Why did we not let her watch it? I was like, you were never old enough to see that. I love Prince, love his music, and I thought it was such a great opportunity to see it on the big screen, which I never done before, and I was so happy I got a chance to do it. What about you?
Oh my God. I mean, it's Prince. You know, one of the greatest soundtracks from Purple Rain ever. I don't remember if I saw it at the movie theater. I can only assume my parents didn't take me, even though we saw everything and anything growing up. But seeing this, and I haven't actually watched this movie in years. It just brought back memories of I just want to go and put the soundtrack on and just listen to it. I mean, the songs, I just wanted to sing them. The theater in the Adobe, which is pretty much the biggest theater at AMC Hampton that there is there, it was packed. Originally, when I got the tickets, it was only one showing, but I can only assume since it was just so full in there, they ended up having two other showings that night. Not in the Adobe, but still two other showings that night. It was just good, seeing Prince being that young, seeing Morris Day being cool and sly as ever. It definitely brought a smile on my face, and I was glad to see it. At the end of the movie, when you just hear the guitar, I'm going to be honest, I had tears going down my eyes. I mean, it wasn't the final song in the movie, but just hearing the sound, seeing it in the Dolby room, I was literally in tears. There was people there singing. There was people there waving their hands, the camera, back and forth
Yeah.
to it. I mean, it was just a really good magical experience. And when I think about that he is no longer with us, it just really saddens my heart. I mean, this is a man that was gifted with his singing voice, writing the music, playing the instruments. There's just nobody like that now. You have people that can sing good, people can play good, people can write good songs, but he did all three. And he was just a master. And it's just sad when you think about this master is gone now, that, you know, you just can't see him live.
Yeah, I felt upset that I never got a chance to see Prince in concert. I always wished I had, and I know I never got a chance to do that. Watching the movie, it did because I still love the music. My daughter, every time when she was a kid and she'd get in the car, she's like, "Let's listen to Purple Rain," and then she started waving her hands back and forth. And like my wife said, when we were in the theater, soon as Purple Rain started, he said, "Everybody wave your hands." Everybody in the theater started doing that, and then that to me was amazing, because people still felt that connection to the music. And seeing him, now I had to get up and leave when his father shot himself in the head because for some reason, I just didn't like that part of the movie. And I've seen this movie, I've watched it years ago, but I still watch it every now and then because I love the music. I love watching Prince. And when he passed away, me and my daughter at the time I had her watch Under the Cherry Moon with me, and she was because Didn't let her watch Purple Rain still, but she watched that and she was like, "Oh, that was a good movie," you know. So still a musical, and it still had great music. Like my wife said, I absolutely love Morris Day. He had to be the coolest guy around, you know,
Mhm.
at the time, and his suits were fine. You know,
His
every
hair.
his hair was always on point. And him and Jerome just, you know, the dance and everything. I mean, who didn't do the bird, right? You're just standing there doing the bird. So I bring, you know, like I said, the movie brought back memories of me being a kid, watching it as a kid when I know I shouldn't have, you know. Apollonia, I probably fell in love with her the first time I saw her just because of what I saw. So that's the only way to put that. So, you know, I thought she was beautiful, and she's still beautiful in the movie. So I absolutely, you know, I'll just say this: if you've never seen Purple Rain, I can't imagine how, but you've got to watch this movie. I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 5 stars because the music is amazing. The acting was great for what it was. You know, it's a musical, and I'm not a big musical person, but I love Prince music, and I love Morris Day and the Time music, and even Apollonia 6. I loved every band that performed in this movie. They put, you know, they really did their best. Now, as my wife said, you know, Prince, he played, if you think about this complete CD, he played every instrument on every song that he performed in the movie, and then got a backing band to perform to play it live. But all of the music that you hear on the recording is all Prince. Nobody else played any instruments on those albums but him. He wrote every song, and he performed every note. So that's one thing I absolutely love about that. And then again, when we come to the end, when he's doing everything on the stage, that's 100% Prince. So that was one of my feel good moments this week. What about you?
Yeah, yeah. If whenever it comes back to the movie theaters, I will literally go and see it again. I mean, the surround sound, sitting in the seats and just hearing these songs that I grew up listening to, the memories, the memories. And as I said earlier, I'm saddened, that we no longer have this. From what I understand, he still had a lot of songs that his family is trying to put it on, put it out. They haven't actually talked about it recently, but I hope they do. I mean, he's an art form that it's just not around anymore, and it's just sad. I also never seen Prince in concert, and if I can go back time, and if I had a opportunity to do it again, I would love to see him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's going to cover it for Purple Rain. Until next time, bye, everybody.